Hi everyone and welcome back to Chef's Eats. Today I'm going to be making one of our southern favorites, shrimp and grits. Now the fun thing about making shrimp and grits is that you can be so creative with it. And in this situation, we're going to make it Korean inspired. And just like always, only thing we're going to need are a few simple ingredients. So let's get started. Now to start this recipe, I just want to get a few of my spring onions cut up and we're just going to get this out of the way. So just trim up the bottom and cut the whites on a hard bias. There we are, keeping your fingers back, slicing them up, and we're just going to do this with about 2 or 3 of them. There we are, set this aside. I'll show you one more. And cut the very bottom off, trash that, and just slice them on a hard bias. That's all the knife work that's going to need for this recipe. Now at this point, what we can start making is our grits. And just add our milk into our pot, bring it up to a boil, and start mixing in the grits. Right here, make sure that we mix them in nice and evenly, vigorously whisking. There we are, just like that. It's seasoned as well at this point. So right now what we're going to have to do is cook this polenta for a good 15 to 20 minutes, slow and low. Coming back very often, making sure that we're mixing it, making sure there's no clumps, and just ensuring that it's a nice, even cooking process. Take your time when doing this. Now, I notice the biggest pet peeve whenever I go somewhere and I eat my grits, it's just the texture, that gritty, grainy feeling, and it really bothers me. So when we cook our polenta nice and slow and low, it's going to be so smooth and silky and delicate. It's going to be something else. You're really going to enjoy this technique, I promise you. So as we can see here, it's getting really nice and smooth. Of course it has its little grains to it because it is grits. Right now what we can do is add some of our Boursin cheese to it. Right here, it's pretty much finished right now. So just add our Boursin cheese, shut the heat off, and mix it. Incorporate it all together. Now if you haven't had Boursin cheese, you know what? This is definitely one of those cheeses to put on your bucket list. What it is, it's going to add a really nice sour cream, goat cheese, roasted garlic, herby flavor. And to finish these grits, it's just going to be amazing. I assure you, you are going to love this. Now the only thing, just keep on mixing, and let's give it a little taste. Alright, let's try this. Oh yeah, that's nice and yummy. Okay, so let's just put a lid on it and set it in the back, and we could just start working on our shrimp. So season both sides, of course with some salt and some fresh cracked black pepper. And now in our saute pan, we're going to add a little bit of oil. And this is going to be almost smoking hot. This is when we're going to add our shrimp into it. You see that? You hear that sizzle? That's what we're looking for whenever you're cooking shrimp in the saute pan. Actually, whenever you're cooking shrimp, however it is. And what this is going to ensure is a really nice charring, roasting flavor. And at this point, you just want to let it set. Let it hang out for a moment. Let it get really nice and red. See that? Just like that. And make sure that all of them get that nice, beautiful color. And flip them all over. There we are. See, this is cooking shrimp. It's such a quick cooking process. I love cooking shrimp. There we go. After the shrimp are in, we could toss some of our scallions in as well. Give it a good little mix at this point also. Let everything come together. And now, after we're going to add the scallions, what I'd like to add to it is my little secret recipe. This right here is a gochujang, also known as Korean pepper paste. Just add a little teaspoon of that and try to mush it into it. It might be a little bit of firm at the beginning, but what we can do right now is add some white wine. There we are. And this is going to help us incorporate it all throughout the dish and add a really nice flavor. There we are. Mix it all together. Oh yeah, it's going to add a nice little spice to the dish as well. So then we could add a little bit more chicken stock to the dish as well. This is going to create a sauce. And mix it all incorporated. You see there's still little chunks of it as well. Well, what you can do at this pan is turn the pan over, and right here, see, just incorporate it all together. There we are. Nice. So we're pretty much almost there, pretty much ready. Just reduce the sauce down a little bit more, just a touch more. And you see that? This guy's getting a nice little glaze on it. Taste it. How's that? Alright, now just a little bit of butter. Help balance out the richness as well. Just a pinch. You see how that much? It's not much at all. And shut the heat off. Let's mix it all together. Take a whiff of that. Woohoo! You know what time it is now. Time to plate up. Now just grabbing the bowl of your choice, just start spooning some of your grits right on in. And you know, the technique of cooking these grits with milk opposed to water, you're just going to get so much more of a richness and a creaminess with it as well. I think you're really going to enjoy this. And let's toss some of the shrimp. Look at the size of those bad boys. They're massive. Just spoon them around the side right here. Let's try to get a little bit creative with it. Why not? Let's have fun with our food. You know, vision, we always like to eat with our eyes as well. And then we toss some of our sauce right on top of that scallion Korean sauce. And a little bit more. There we go. A little sauce never hurt anybody, right? Then we could add a few sesame seeds, some black ones, some white ones. Just toss them wherever you like. I'm putting them in the back. And just a little bit of scallions cut on a hard bias. Right there. Adds a nice little garnish as well. Well, folks, there you have it. I'm really excited to share with you my Korean-inspired shrimp and grits dish. Here's the recipe as following, and I'm really excited to hear if you did any changes and all the feedback that you give me. Also, if you have another technique. Well, thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe.